G'day there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the arena of Esports Petopia, and V0lta form V0lta. BBP, brother, you want to tell us about what these teams have brought?
All right. Well, I'm not going to talk too much about V0ltas. I feel like we've seen it pretty recently. Yeah. However, I do really like Esports Petopias. So two big things about this. First off, they warped almost their entire fleet in at 50, with the exception of the Hugin, who is sitting at about 30. So we have a double Rattlesnake, Navy Scorpion, Hugin Stork, two Jackdaws, two Kirans, and somebody decided to bring their Interceptor here. Maybe didn't have the SP. The big, cool, important thing about this is that we have this Hugin here, which is in almost a perfect position to screen off, depending on how many webs he has, a lot of V0lta's team. So this is going to be, I think that, what's his, Orca 3 is his name, is going to be sort of the linchpin. Like, if he plays well, V0lta could very easily lose this.
Definitely, and he's the best thing is he's in the right spot and the right tool for the job. But don't forget, he's also their only application tool. They maybe have some target painters on the other ships, but the Hugin is the majority of the webs and probably a few paints as well. So he's got to be able to screen the enemy team, but also not get himself utterly nuked.
That is true. If he is, I'm most likely he's shield fit. So any application, any webs, any screening he does is going to weaken him just that much more. And he is a little bit close to that mass amount of DPS. Both Spipples from V0lta are actually streaming straight towards him, and he's not moving that fast.
Yeah, he's been held down immediately. So like, once again, he's pretty much the linchpin. He's now scrammed as well, nosed up. He's not going to be going anywhere particularly fast. The Rattlesnakes are not moving at all.
Not only are they not moving, they've dropped Wardens, which is an interesting choice.
No, Wardens are essentially point blank now. I do not like that call. We're looking at this comp thinking they have a good chance of giving a V0lta one hell of a bloody nose and maybe coming away with it. But if they're not going to move, and they're going to put Wardens
Hugin zero, is down, and TikTok is taking some damage, but he's no longer webbed, and he is painted, so there clearly is a couple painters. Looks like the Rattlesnakes have painters, so at least they have the ability to do a little bit of help here. But TikTok's actually taking a lot of damage.
They got to switch from Wardens, man. This is a point-blank fight. This is not where sentries do well. If these Rattlesnakes popped out heavies, this would be a disgusting amount of damage on this Loki.
Well, they do seem to be tracking pretty well on the Loki. He is actually going down pretty quickly, and TikTok's actually going almost directly away from the Rattlesnake, so he might be screwing himself with transversal right here.
Exactly that, yeah. Like, the one thing he's doing, essentially helping them apply. That being said,
though, he's trying to MJD out.
Oh,
it didn't matter. He did not get out in time.
That's the wrong thing to do. He just bloomed his SIG so large that these Rattles could hit with cruisers. Just deleted them.
Yeah, and while this has been going on, Alaska is actually dropping into armor here. Kind of slowly, but it's starting to bleed through just a little bit.
These Karen's got to heat and just keep this guy alive as long as he can. Even though it's not long for this world, he's going to be removed soon.
No,
he's scram whip now being applied to the Scalpel on the opposing team, so maybe the Jackdaws try and delete the Scalpel. Nope, Scalpel breaks away.
And the Sleipnir of Control Freak, they did actually switch to heavy drones. So a Rattlesnake has died, but they did switch to looks like they're using Wasps right now, and he's taking a pretty good chunk of damage. And you can see that massive amount of XLASB boosting happening right here. I don't think he's going to be able to survive as soon as he hits the reload on that.
Yeah, but I think Esports have to put all their DPS into him now, right? Like, you see a bit of damage going into a Scalpel trying to break it. Everything needs to go into the Sleipnir. They need to start winning this DPS race. Alternatively, yes, kill the Logi, but you got to make sure you do it quickly.
Well, one of the V0lta Kirans is tackled in the back by the Spipples of Esports, so that might be enough of I've totally spaced out. No, other way around. Esports' Spipple is tackled by V0lta. I was like, oh yeah. So chess player is going to get soloed back in the background, and we've seen this happen a couple times where they kind of split DPS and take a Kiran out, and that sometimes is what pushes it over. I think we're going to start seeing this Rattlesnake break right here.
Exactly. I think it was a tipping point at this point. There's now, they've not killed the Sleipnir yet. They've lost one of their two Logi boys. The Sleipnir is still holding. They're trying to go for a Spipple now as well, but at this point, it's just going to be a slowly cascading problem, because that Rattlesnake is going lower. He's lost some of his rep buddy. Yeah, they're going to kill the Spipple fast if they want to make this work.
I think if they get this Spipple, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but maybe taking out some of these smaller ships is a decent idea. Is that Spipple is, he's barely catching and then he's dropping. He's barely catching, he's dropping. I think those are those massive heavy drone hits. But, like you said, the Rattlesnake has started bleeding armor, and he's about to hit structure here. It's just not able to keep him up with just one Kiran.
And you can tell the Scalpels are now heating their reps in that Spipple. You went from really low shields just boosting right up to full.
Yeah, Gwendolyn's Raptor also got soloed off in a corner while he was screening one of the Spipples, so he's down as well. Rattlesnake drops.
Well,
it's pretty tight. I'm not feeling it for esports. Yeah,
this is over, man. Like it's not tight at all. This is just going to be a landslide now. They had
we're
their
supposed to
moment there,
pretend. Come on, we have to be like, oh yeah, no, they still have a chance.
Oh, don't worry. This Navy Scorp can, Mike Warp drive away at like 3,000 MS. He's going to get away from this Loki who's currently webbing him. This is going to go well for. Never mind.
Starfleet Commander has suddenly seen off in the background an abacus. And he's like, wait, we need this. And his entire team begins burning towards it.
There's a like unpiloted Ragnarok outside the arena. Gotta go get it. I want it.
I gotta steal it. Yeah, one Navy Scorpion. I mean, Jackdaws are pretty cool, but one Navy Scorpion. It's not a whole lot of damage without all the support.
Curious what your thought about this is. Like the Navy Scorpion used to be the absolute queen of the AT. Like it was just like it was the linchpin to most like really strong comps. But now it seems like everyone's going for rattlesnakes instead. Feels like kind of like the DPS or the rattlesnake is kind of beating the Navy Scorp these days. Do you agree with that at all?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. So we did see the Navy Scorp used really, really well with the Brave team, where they were basically alphaing through broadswords. But to be fair, those were also medium shield extender broadswords, which is not the best idea. I really like these rattlesnakes. They do a ton of paper DPS, even with only T1 drones. I feel like if they had maybe not messed around with sentries right off the bat, it could have been a huge upset. I don't know. It's really hard to tell, though. Like a team like V0lta, they're smart enough to know, hey, the rattlesnake can only carry so many drones. Why don't we just go for them instead? And V0lta made the good call. They got directly on top of the rattlesnakes, which, yeah, you're going to do that anyways. But I don't know, pretty smart on their part.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide if I prefer rattlesnakes nowadays to Navy Scorps. I think the rattlesnake is kind of taking that slot for sure, but like
especially with the resist nerfs and stuff too.
Exactly,
that helps a lot. Like the Navy Scorps have the massive alpha. Rattlesnakes, not quite as much, but they definitely have higher sustained DPS. And so, there's that. And also, I think just because there's so many people flying battle cruisers right now, the Navy Scorp does have a little bit of application issues, even against a shield battle cruiser MWDing.
Yeah, the Stalker was trying to run away and he got caught. He got.
Yeah, I can't tell if this Jackdaw. I think they're just kind of running out the clock for us. They probably saw the comment. Somebody made a comment in the EvenT Discord that, production must be loving these really fast matches. It's helping us keep on time. And Pets was like, yeah, no more of that. Let's okay. How long can we waste this? Let's do it.
I think that Jackdaw was trying to MJD, but he got caught right on the beacon, the poor guy.
Yeah, he's having the most honorable of solo PvP, which is when you solo PvP with the logistics cruiser helper. Logistics cruiser helping you out.
Oh yeah, much honorable, much wow.
Very much so.
The other Jackdaw's right at the map border essentially, so I need to burn over and go kill him.
Yeah, he is. He's being encouraged to boundary right now, which is that TOS? They didn't say boundary in game, so
there's a boundary in real life.
But yeah, he's burning back in now a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't know. V0lta might be looting the field. That's a super important thing you need to do. Yeah, so I do still see. So the rattlesnake that died, it did have wardens out still when it went down. I'm not sure. I guess that was probably an okay thing. Maybe pulling drones and popping new ones out would have been.
Well, maybe he abandoned. Play.
That's true too. It's kind of hard to tell without looking at every single drone, because I did see V0lta was taking out some of the heavy drones during that, and the Jackdaw is tackled. They are a little bit slower than Svipples, so he did try and escape, but little swarm of Svipples are chasing him.
He's only webbed.
Oh, he did it! Oh,
he got it! Yay!
Let's see, how far out did he get? Only 161.
Wait. Well, with the end of that match, with V0lta's win, we will take it back to the studio.